How you doing, YouTube? Mountain Master Beer Reviews, back to yet another review. Another Crowler review. Another Great Notion Crowler review in the form of Great Notion Brewing's Pure Guava IPA. First things first, this Crowler comes courtesy of Charlie. Charlie from C&J Sports, Beer and Sports Podcast, or Sports and Beer Podcast. I actually forget which way it goes. Should be beer first, but I think the sports come first on that one. If you watched any of my previous reviews, you know I did a growler of their peanut brother that Charlie sent me off prior to me going on his show. He sent it to me as a thanks for going on to the C&J Sports and Beer Podcast. Went on there, talked for a good 2 hours about beer and sports and a whole bunch of fun stuff. So go back in his archive, check him out, follow him, subscribe. Go back, check out the session that we did together. It was pretty damn fun stuff. Once we got connected, I had little issues connecting at first. It was a great time, and as a extra thanks, he ended up sending this to me. So thank you very much, Charlie. Super appreciative. Love me some Great Notion. Heard some great things. The only thing I had was the peanut butter, and that was fantastic. So really excited to dive in this sucker. So yeah. Let's dive in it, see what she's got. As far as what it says in the Crowler, it says Pure Guava, 7% alcohol by volume. And that'd be that. Great Notion Brewing, Portland, Oregon. You know, Crowler's super cool. Love the logo, design, the whole thing. I don't know if they actually can or bottle anything outside the Crowler, so color me lucky to get just this. So let's crack this open, see what she's got. Okay, there we go. And like I said, it's an IPA. Let's see what kind of IPA we're dealing with here. You know, guava, you're expecting a tropical, fruity kind of experience here. Hopefully that is the case. So, yeah. Throw that sucker on there. And say, yeah, finger and a half. Infinite creaminess. Rocky right on the top level. You can see this uber creaminess to it. Pretty compact bubbles. And it's got a haze to it, but it's not a super haze. You can actually see through it. I don't know if you can actually catch it on camera. You can see pretty readily, easily through it. But the reason why it looks super hazy is there's big, huge bits of particulate floating around in there. Like, really big bits and pieces. That might turn some people off. Not this motherfucker right here. So, yeah. Does it look like your traditional kind of New England style IPA, which I assume is what they're going for here? No. Does that matter? No, as long as it tastes good. Let's see if we can get a nose on her. Ooh, yeah, big fruits there. Definitely leaning stone fruit, heavily stone fruit on this, going to your peaches. But then we were getting into the kind of tropical fruitiness. You're getting a little bit of kiwi, a little bit of mango, even, dare I say, a little bit of guava fruit. And yeah, but peaches are the big one for me in this one. A lot of nice nectarine-y kind of peach kind of thing going on here. But it doesn't smell overly sweet either. It's a fruitiness and it smells ripened, but it's not overly sweet. So I think there's going to be a nice kind of balancing bitterness to it based off of the nose. And that's pretty much it. There's fruit galore in this, so she looks cool. She smells beautiful. See what she tastes like. Cheers. Wow. That's really fucking good. The sweetness and bitterness play off each other really fucking beautifully. Wow, that's fun. Really, really sweet fruitiness. Like, it's like a little bit sweeter than I thought it would be, but there's this bitter component that bounces off that and makes it fucking work. Yeah, it's like peach skinniness with like the flesh of like a tropical fruit, your guava, your kind of papaya things going on in there. But then you get this kind of, this little bit of pithiness from like, it's like a generic pithiness. It's not like a citrus flavor to it, but it's kind of that generic kind of pithiness you get from your kind of, you know, oranges and grapefruits and things like that. Mouth feels a little bit less than what I'd like it to be, but I do know it's a Crowler. It was shipped. It was, you know, I believe he got this Crowler when we did the show, and the show was not this Sunday, a couple Sundays ago, and that's this is February 2nd or 3rd, so by the time this airs, it probably is about 3 weeks old in the crowler, so take that for what it's worth. The fact this is at least a 3-week-old crowler that traveled in the belly of a plane or on a ship, because the boats go across the nation, in the belly of like a truck kind of across the Midwest. And then the flavors held up this wheel is pretty awesome. So the mouthfeel's dropped off a little bit, I think, based off of probably what it originally is supposed to be. But, yeah, it's pretty fucking delicious. Yeah, really nice fruitiness. Nice, balancing bitterness to it. At least in the mouthfeel is probably a little bit less than what I want to be in a perfect world. But yeah, damn, really good beer, especially in that tropical fruit, stone fruitiness. This shit is cash money, son. So, yeah, let's talk about it. So one of the better base IPAs that I've had as of late. Yeah, even the crowler form being having a bit of time on it, it's really fucking tasty. Second beer I've had from Great Ocean, and the second one that's really done me right. So I'm kind of jealous that Charlie lives that close to this brewery. Value and availability, no idea. Charlie could speak to that probably. If you want to put below what a crowler costs. This. Who knows what it is, 32-ounce crowler, I'm assuming it's going to be anywhere from $10 to $15. And just say, if you like we like this. If you like your IPAs to skew tropical and stone fruit, you like a nice mouthfeel, like I said, I bet my left testicle that this has a little bit better mouthfeel to it than what I'm getting here. But even now, it's a little bit thinner than what I like, but it's still quite nice. If you like that tropical fruitiness and the, New England sensibility to it, but at the same time being something a bit of its own, it definitely doesn't taste like your typical New England style IPA. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. You know what? It just dawns on me. This kind of reminds me of a tweaked, finagled with version of Hetty. And that's what it kind of reminds me of, to be perfectly honest with you. It just dawned on me. So if you want to know what Hetty would be like if someone tried to, put a little steroids to it and jack it up and tweak it a little bit. Or if you just want to see what the West Coast is actually throwing out there, because it's pretty damn good. And like I said, it did travel. It's a bit older, but it still made it to me in one piece, and it tastes pretty good. So it does have a bit of legs to it and can stand up a little bit of abuse, I guess you'd say, over time, because it's still pretty fucking delicious. I'm a fan, let's put it that way. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review as much as this guy did. If you didn't, anywhere in between, please leave a comment down there and stuff and things. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram Untapped. If you want to check me out anywhere else, you can check me out there. And just say, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a beautiful, beautiful West Coast born New England style IPA right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.